Can you solve all these environmental pollution questions? Natural environment. Smart move. Environment is an accurate answer. Pollution can be of. Well reasoned. All of these is the correct choice. Air pollution causes dash. Perfect. Throat inflammation is the correct choice. Noise pollution can cause. Correct. All of the above is the right answer. What causes air pollution? Nice work. You chose smoke and harmful gases, and it is correct. Air pollution can lead to. Strong choice. Both is the right answer. What is in water pollution? Exactly. Chemicals and parasites make sense, and it is right choice. Water pollution can damage dash. Excellent. All of the above is a brilliant choice. Air pollution happens when dash. Correct response. The air gets dirty is the most accurate answer. Which kind of pollution is smog? Good job. Your answer air works well here. Smoke can be categorized as dash. You're right. Air pollution is the correct answer, which is not a type of pollution. Nice selection. Rock is the correct and valid answer. Global warming is a result of dash. Well picked. Air pollution is the correct answer. The Taj Mahal is being affected by. Right again. Air pollution is a valid answer. What causes environmental pollution? Sharp thinking. Domestic waste is the right choice. Pollution traced to a single point. Clear logic. Your choice point source pollution is sound and 100% true. What does not cause air pollution? You chose poaching, and it is correct. What is the causes of air pollution? Valid point. Dust storms is true. How can air pollution be controlled? Bravo. Planting more trees is the answer. Is environmental pollution dangerous? Great thinking. Of is the right choice. How can light pollution dash animals? Smart pick. Affect is the correct choice. Smog is an example of dash pollution. Nicely done. Air is a solid answer. Where is pollution found on the earth? Excellent choice. All of the above is the right answer. Which is an example of water pollution? Well done. Eutrophication is the right choice. Which human action can cause pollution? On track. Mining is the correct answer. The causes of air pollution can be dash. Right choice. Both A and B is the best answer. Bursting of firecrackers is a cause of. Good thinking. Both is the right answer. Asthma and pneumonia are both effects of. Solid response. Air pollution is a valid choice. Dash is one of the main objectives of you. Great job. Environmental protection is the accurate answer. A specific source of pollution is known as. You got it. Your choice point source is right. Blaring loudspeakers are examples of dash. Bravo! Noise pollution is the answer. What is the main cause of water pollution? Nice work. You chose all of the above, and it is correct. A pollutant is any substance that changes. You got it. Your choice environmental balance is right. Example of point sources of water pollution. Well reasoned. Both A and B is the correct choice. What are environmental protection measures? Good thinking. Recycle rubbish is the right answer. What is the focus of World Environment Day? Strong choice. Raising global awareness is the right answer. What is a disease spreaded by air pollution? Smart move. Lung disease is an accurate answer. What is the primary source of air pollution? Clear logic. Your choice industrial emissions is sound and 100% true. Which answer is a man-made? Noise pollution? Good job. Your answer television works well here. Recycling is a popular method for controlling. Right choice. Solid waste pollution is the best answer. The air which has harmful or poisonous effects. Valid point. Air pollution is true. It is the contamination of the water on Earth. Perfect. Water pollution is the correct choice. What is one of the effects of water pollution? Nicely done. Disruption of food chains is a solid answer. Garbage management can help us in reducing dash. Correct response. Land pollution is the most accurate answer. Dash pollution can directly cause hearing loss. Well done. Noise is the right choice. A substance that causes pollution is called dash. Solid response. Pollutant is a valid choice. Which is not one of the 3 types of pollution? Great job. Fire is the accurate answer. Dash is the contamination of air, land, and water. Great thinking. Pollution is the right choice. Pollution in the atmosphere or ozone is called dash. Right again. Air pollution is a valid answer. Water pollution can put negative dash on our health. On track, effects is the correct answer. Which one is not a cause of environmental pollution? You're right. Electric appliances is the correct answer. Which of the following contributes to soil pollution? Correct. All of the above is the right answer. Noise pollution can lead to serious hearing problems. Exactly. True makes sense and it is right choice. What are the effects of soil pollution on agriculture? Smart pick. All of the above is the correct choice. Some examples of natural effects of pollution are dash. Nice selection. Dust storms is the correct and valid answer. Pollution caused by bacteria is included in pollution. You chose biological, and it is correct. Pollution is the addition of harmful substances in dash. Excellent choice. All of these is the right answer. How does industrial waste contribute to water pollution? Well picked. All of the above is the correct answer. What events or phenomena are not caused by air pollution? Sharp thinking. Tide is the right choice. Which of these is not an example of human-made pollution? Excellent. Forest fires is a brilliant choice. What are the causes of human pollution of the environment? Nicely done. Smoke from factories is a solid answer. A disturbance of silent environment with harsh, loud noises. Well reasoned. Sound pollution is the correct choice. What is an easily identified source of pollution called as? Sharp thinking. Point source is the right choice. What is the rarest type of pollution mentioned in the text? Clear logic. Your choice, radioactive pollution, is sound and 100% true. Which of the following is a type of environmental pollution? Valid point. All he above is true. All are essential ways that help prevent pollution. Except smart pick. Deforestation is the correct choice. Most incidents of pollution are deliberately caused by dash. Perfect. Humans is the correct choice. Which of the following diseases are caused by air pollution? Nice selection. Both asthma and cancer is the correct and valid answer. Diseases such as diarrhea, typhoid, and cholera are caused by... Exactly. Water pollution makes sense and it is right choice. Which body of water does water pollution affect the greatest? Great thinking. Ocean is the right choice. Why are non-biodegradable wastes harmful for the environment? You got it. Your choice, all of the above, is right. Which of the following results in air pollution in urban areas? Strong choice. Industries is the right answer. It can cause disturbances, headache, and other harmful effects. Excellent choice. Noise pollution is the right answer. The following are the causes of environmental pollution, except... Nice work. You chose recreational activities, and it is correct. Any unfavorable alteration of the environment may be called as... Good job. Your answer pollution works well here. Plants that can be used as indicators of water pollution are dash. You're right. Insengondok is the correct answer. Allowing liquids to pass through, such as water through the ground. Correct response. Permeable is the most accurate answer. A result of using radioactive elements from atomic energy stations. Bravo! Radiation pollution is the answer. Pollution of water in the rivers, lakes, and oceans is called dash. Smart move. Water pollution is an accurate answer. Which of the following activities causes the most noise pollution? Great job. Rock concert is the accurate answer. What type of pollution is caused by dumping crude oil into the sea? Well done. Oil pollution is the right choice. To reduce pollution in the environment, people should dash materials. Right choice. Recycle is the best answer. Soil pollution is the least prevalent and dangerous form of pollution. Excellent. No information is a brilliant choice. This pollution is part of our planet being damaged by human activities. Well picked. Soil pollution is the correct answer. Coal pollution is very dangerous for human health because dash. You chose blocks the respiratory tract. And it is correct. What is the death toll due to PM 2.5 air pollution in Kyrgyzstan in 2019? Correct. 61 people is the right answer. This picture is an example of a reason for environmental pollution. Dash. Good thinking. Improper waste disposal is the right answer. A substance which causes pollution is known as which of the following? Right again. Pollutant is a valid answer. Most water and soil pollution has been caused by agricultural activities. Solid response. True is a valid choice. What is the highest death toll due to PM2.5 air pollution in Central Asia? On track. Uzbekistan is the correct answer. Dash are things that make the air, water, and soil unclean or contaminated. You got it? Your choice pollutants is right. How many causes of environmental pollution are there in their presentation? Excellent choice. 3 is the right answer. Which of the following word has the meaning as below? Substance that pollute. Right choice. Pollutants is the best answer. People believe that the dash water has brought cancer to the local residents. Correct response. Polluted is the most accurate answer. The release of smoke and harmful gases into the air is called dash pollution. Smart move. Air is an accurate answer. The types of agricultural waste that can cause environmental pollution are dash. Bravo! Pesticide is the answer. This type of pollution has risen since this has been used as a nuclear weapons. Great job. Radioactive pollution is the accurate answer. Water pollution has dash many diseases for plants, animals, and especially people. Sharp thinking. Caused is the right choice. It is an environmental destruction. It can be a loss if lives and sudden deaths. Nice selection. Disaster is the correct and valid answer. Which of the following type of pollution result in reduced growth of agriculture? Excellent. Soil pollution is a brilliant choice. Cars, trucks, and other vehicles emit dash into the air, causing to air pollution. On track. Pollutants is the correct answer. Soil pollution refers to the contamination of soil with abnormal concentration of. Good job. Your answer toxic substances works well here. An aeroplane flies over my house every night. What type of pollution is it causing? Strong choice. Noise pollution is the right answer. When harmful substances are discharged into water bodies, they cause dash pollution. Nicely done. Water is a solid answer. What are the elements, molecules, and particles that contribute to pollution called? Solid response. Pollutants is a valid choice. Which pair below are the two main sources of air pollution in urban areas? Oh. You're right. Vehicles, industries is the correct answer. Pollution that occurs due to the accumulation of heavy metals is included in pollution. Correct. chemical is the right answer?
Which one out of the following options is a natural factor that causes water pollution?
Clear logic. Your choice storm is sound and 100% true.
It refers to a major environmental risk to human. It can trigger respiratory infection.
Nice work. You chose air pollution, and it is correct.
The leaking or spilling of chemicals or raw sewage into a body of water is dash pollution.
Well picked. Water is the correct answer.
Combination of smoke, fog and chemical pollutants seen in industrialized cities is known as?
Well reasoned. Smog is the correct choice.
Which country in Central Asia had the highest death toll due to PM2 air pollution in 2019? Good thinking. Uzbekistan is the right answer. Which of the following energy sources, if used, will cause the least environmental pollution?
Valid point. Wind is true.
It can cause water shortages, stomachache, diarrhea, and impose serious risk to human health.
Well done. Water contamination is the right choice.
Which of the following word has the meaning as below? The waste gas from an engine of a vehicle.
Perfect. Exhaust is the correct choice. Dash is essential for human health. It can influence people's mental health and quality of life. Smart pick. Environment is the correct choice.
By treating sewage and wastes from factories before disposing them in water bodies, we can control dash. Great thinking. Water pollution is the right choice.
The car is creating dash. Exactly. Air pollution makes sense, and it is right choice. Jaya cuts down trees to make billions of toothpicks. Jaya doesn't use toothpicks, she flosses. What is she destroying? You chose natural resources, and it is correct. When water is dirty, it is called? Right again. Water pollution is a valid answer. Which pollution is shown in the picture? Smart pick. Air is the correct choice. Blaring loudspeakers are examples of dash.
Exactly. Noise pollution makes sense, and it is right choice.
Factories produce toxic gases and cause dash. On track. Air pollution is the correct answer. What is the pollution source of this pollutants dash? Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen monoxide, sulfur dioxide, lead. Good job. Your answer, urban transportation emissions, works well here. What respiratory disease can air pollution cause? Great thinking. Asthma is the right choice. Which is the most harmful form of land pollution? Smart move. Plastic is an accurate answer. Some examples of natural effects of pollution are dash. Well done. Dust storms is the right choice. Air pollution is one of the main causes of dash disease. You got it. Your choice respiratory is right. Look at the photo. This is an example of dash pollution. Nicely done. Air is a solid answer. When we throw away things into the oceans, we cause dash. Solid response. Water pollution is a valid choice. Dash is caused by fumes, smoke, and other things like that. Correct.
Air pollution is the right answer.
Which of the following is a potential effect of air pollution?
Bravo! Heart disease is the answer.
What environmental pollution have we discussed in Latin America?
Well reasoned. Air is the correct choice. The following image depicts dash. It is a cause of dash pollution. Nice work. You chose water, and it is correct. Carbon dioxide makes the Earth's surface hotter. We call this dash. Correct response. Global warming is the most accurate answer. What make people's eyes burn and make them have difficulty breathing? You're right. Air pollution is the correct answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Valid point. Contact Narayan Changder is true.